Eating a cookie. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz. Welcome to the BaptisteBros. Natty Bass will join in a second. He's doing some magic real quick. But Super Wild Card Weekend starts on Saturday. Interesting. We got some great matchups. We got some storylines. We got some. The NFL script writers went crazy for this, man. I'm not gonna lie. But before we do that, today the players voted on the All Pro team. I like it.
What's good, YouTube? We back. I had to do one magic real quick. We back. We're here. And sorry to interrupt, but yes. Go ahead, Shebang. Sorry.
Where? So NFL players, they voted on the All Pro first team. So we're just gonna do a little discussion on do we agree, do we disagree, whatever. Real quick. Then we're gonna get to the games. And we're gonna keep it pushing. It's gonna be a very quick show because there's only freaking 6 games on, so it's like it's not that much to talk about.
We also will give, as of like Wednesday, January 10th, before the playoffs start, the matchups. We're gonna proceed through the playoffs and predict the Super Bowl participants and the Super Bowl winner.
No,
Spoiler alert: we know who Shabazz is picking to win the Super Bowl. It's all just a matter of who is facing the Ravens. But before we begin, you guys know what to do. Drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And for the playoff edition, for the first time in the playoffs, let's get right. All pro discussion, man. So, can you zoom in a little bit? There's people who blind. People who blind.
I got you, man. I got you.
I can't see that. My brother, I appreciate that. I can see that. So, first team All Pro voted by the players. The Players Association. Lamar Jackson, quarterback. Obviously, he's about to win MVP, and we're gonna make it happen. Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, there's a few obvious. Yep, there's no questions, no qualms about it. They only did the first team, so I can't say, "Oh, what about the second team?" Because that's a discussion for some guys. Fullback.
It was only between 3 guys. It was between Alec Engel from Miami, Pat Ricard, and then Gal Juszczyk. If we don't give it to Juszczyk, he was former Raven great. I don't mind it at all. So, he's for sure the best fullback in the game. So give it to him, I guess. I think what they should do is, how they got 2 wide receivers. They should just take out fullback. No offense to all the fullbacks out there, but just have 2 running backs. Have that be a thing, and then because you got 2 wide receivers, why not just have 2 running backs? Right. I think that's a good idea that they should put from
their formation is basically just like a standard I formation kind of thing, where 2 receivers, a tight end, fullback, running back.
Yeah,
they just basically. The receivers, by the way, no problems with it at all.
Yeah.
AJ Brown was going to that and then fell off a cliff. The only other guy that has a quote unquote argument is Amon-Ra. But between yardage, between touchdowns, between just being impact of their teams, CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill, that's awesome. I have no problems with that. And tight end is where I have a problem.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Why, Travis? What? No.
Should have been George Kittle.
George Kittle, Sam Laporta. In my opinion, those were the best tight ends in the entire league. David and Joe could kind of make like a final push with Joe Flacco, but no, just from start to finish, George Kittle and Sam Laporta have been the best tight ends in the league. Travis Kelce getting it in name value only is kind of wild to me.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
And then guards and all the offensive linemen, shout out to the O linemen. Yeah, some Baltimore Raven probably should have made it because you guys
Tyler Linderbaum, my center. He should. I love Kelce, but that's more of a popularity contest. I think it should have been Creed Humphrey or Linderbaum. You think Kelce? He's a little old in the tooth. He's still productive. Don't get me wrong, And his thing of notoriety is he's a key cog in the tush push, which is about to be banned. So, I get it. He's the old guard. Get him out. Eventually, it'll be the young bucks' turn. But I get it. I guess. Tyler Smith was injured a lot of the season. Seamus Trent Williams, he missed a lot of the season as well. I get it. He's the best left tackle, but at some point, name back, same thing with Kelsey. He's the best. Don't get me wrong, but if you're not on the field, why are you here?
Right.
That should take you out of the conversation. So Tyler Smith, same thing. Zach Martin, he's had that same spot for 10 years now. That's been the spot. He's been the guy. Domer, mind you. So he's been the guy. And then Lane Johnson, you can't you got both you got the right tackle and you got the center. I feel one would have sufficed. You could have got someone else that spot. All right, edge rushers. Now this is where a lot of folks had their problems. Because there's one name I'm not seeing in where's TJ Watt? Where's TJ Watt? He's not a defensive end. He's an outside linebacker, and there's no position for that. But you can take Max Crosby out, and you want to go edge rusher. There's Michael Parsons too. Michael Parsons not there either. So that's already a flaw in there. If you say he's the edge rusher, Myles Garrett, that's my defensive player of the year. Sure. TJ Watt's the other guy. As great as Max Crosby was this season, TJ Watt is the other guy.
You lead the league in sacks. You lead the league in sacks. Gotta get some love. Gotta get some love.
Dexter Lawrence, I have no issue with. I would have preferred it would have been Matabike. Ravens, he led the league as an interior lineman with I think 10 and a half, 11 sacks. That's hard to do. And he did that. I guess. Also, Chris Jones getting it, I have no problems. Aaron Donald getting it, I have the issue.
Who else would you have put?
Interior, you could have put him BK. Mazubike over there. You could have put him in there. That was just name value. I get it. He's the best of one of the best all time. I get it. But the players voted for it. It's not I gotta respect it because the players voted for it. It's not it was a journalist column or whatever, Sports Illustrated, whatever. This was the players who was these are the best guys for it. So I can't.
I agree with that premise of Aaron Donald popularity, but understand, how we play 2K, right? We may not get all the points, we may not score 30, but it's the intangibles, right? He sets up everybody else to cook and everybody else to feast. So his stat, he didn't have enough sacks this year. Yeah, but look at the impact. If he's not there, that Rams defense falls apart. And that defense actually was pretty solid to above average this year. Why? Because Aaron Donald starts it and finishes it, and everybody else feasts off of him. It's like the center. So that's the kind of mentality I have. So yeah, could have been a BK, could have been somebody else, but overall, Aaron Donald is still that guy. He's still him. Linebackers, Roquan, deserved. Fred Warner, arguably the best linebacker in the game. Both of them are probably 1 and 1A. Cornerbacks, I like Pratt Sertan. I don't mind him getting it. Darren Bland only got it because of the pick sixes, but it is what it is. I'm not really
when you break an NFL record, I don't know.
Yeah, when you break a record, yeah, you get that shit. I do have a problem because his position isn't free safety, it's strong safety, but Antoine Winfield Jr. should have gotten not one of the. Kyle Hamilton deserved one. I think Antoine Winfield Jr. should have got the free safety spot over Jesse Bates. He has his impact as a defensive back has been insane. He literally saved the touchdown for the Bucks. He has all the stats are part of him, picks, forced fumbles, tackles. He's past defenses. He's all over the field, and he didn't get the love. That's kind of, in my opinion, a little bit messed up. But Jesse Bates, before I was saying he put a nice impact on the Falcons defense. Obviously, last week notwithstanding, and kick return, punt returner. But shout out to Kyle Hamilton, man. Shout out to Domer, Notre Dame. You feel me?
Kick returner could have been my son Shaheed.
Nah, punt returner, yes. But Darius Davis, Chargers, he was good. He was good. I don't know special teams guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brandon Aubrey didn't miss a kick to the last game of the season.
I gotta respect it. Yeah, you gotta respect it. Yeah. And then
AJ Cole apparently had like the best net average. Like
he's a dog. Like
he kept punting the whole time. He had to like cook.
Facts. And then long snapper, no one really cares. Yeah. So that does it for that. Good quick discussion on that. But now we get to the fun stuff. Saturday afternoon, the Browns 5-seeded Browns go to Houston. Redemption for CJ Stroud and the Texans. Because mind you, week 16 it was. Amari Cooper went 200 yards on them, cooked them up like a nice little steak. But now CJ Stroud's back to do the same. Well, try to do the same. Browns are favored by 2.5 on the road. I am going with Houston. I think also, one, because fuck AC North. Two, on a serious note, I think CJ Stroud balls out. Like, he's not afraid of anything. And since he kind of got like a playoff-esque game last week, like a winning scenario where every game mattered, every snap matters, he showed up. I think he continues that momentum, and I think they win. Now, the problem is that Browns defense is top 3. Some might say it's the best in the league. That's something. I'm not saying that. That's what they say. But I think Joe Flacco, that insanity run, he's as much yards as he's throwing for, but he led ever since he started for the Browns, he's lead the league in interception. Like that's not okay. So you can't give it an offense, a potential good offense, great offense in Houston. You can't get them short fields. You can't get them opportunities to skip points on the board. So I think it's going to be close. It won't be a blowout. I think CJ Stroud makes enough plays at the end to squeak out a close win. I'm going with Houston. And plus it's fucking
man. I love the fact that the Texans, whoever wins the AFC South typically gets this time slot. Typically last year the Chargers and Jaguars had the Saturday night slot. Man, this is a good game. I will say this. Joe Flacco, his old ass, he may lead the league in picks, but my boy will throw that bitch. One boy said, fuck it, somebody down there somewhere. The defense, CJ Stroud came back, and that offense will probably be better, but that defense, nobody is coming to their rescue. Nobody is coming to that literally was 3 weeks ago that defense got cooked. And there's but they didn't have this guy. No, literally, the offense, they have somebody coming back. And CJ Stroud, as you did all the accolades, you talked about he's a dog, a playoff mentality. He has that stuff to lead his team. But when you can't guard people, because Jonathan Taylor was feasting last week against them, and Michael Pittman, before he got concussed, he was going crazy too. So literally, they can't stop people. They're opportunistic for sure. They get key stops, but they can't really stop people, if that makes sense. Hell, they should have lost last week. If the guy catches the ball, that's a first down. They probably hand the ball back to Jonathan Taylor. Who knows? Woulda, coulda, shouldas. Didn't happen, right? I will say I'm going with Cleveland. I think Cleveland has the experience with Joe Flacco, that defensive player of the year in Myles Garrett, and a coach that's probably going to win Coach of the Year in Kevin Stefanski. He already won one. He's going to win another one. So I think the Browns are not necessarily a team of destiny. I'm not going that far, but I just think that the Browns have something. The Browns are cooking with something. And I expect David Njoku to go bananas. Like I'm going to bet a lot of his props because David Njoku and Joe Flacco, they've been locked into the hip. So I'm going with Cleveland, and I'm going with them to cover as well. The last second field goal, so to push it over to 3. Okay. Now, Saturday night, 8:30 on Peacock, aka Stream East. If you know. What? Dolphins from Miami going to cold ass Kansas City, Missouri. It's
Bro.
going 0.
Agreed.
In South Bend on Tuesday, that shit going to hit 0. That shit going, it's cold. It's going to be, it's terrible. Light flurries. It's going to feel like negative 15 type shit on Saturday night. Ah, man. Mahomes been there, done that. He's been there. He's built for the playoffs. Miami, Tua's new. Mike McDaniel had his first game last year to the Buffalo Bills and lost with Skylar Thompson, still dropping 31 points, which is crazy. Tyreek Hill's hungry for revenge. Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert, I don't know if they've been practicing. If I heard some like rumblings about them practicing, I probably would flip. But I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I think that as much as that offense is anemic at times, that defense is a guy that we missed, Trent McDuffie for the Chiefs of that All Pro. He's been balling. He should have made a Pro Bowl at least. He didn't make an All Pro, and I think that like it's a little bit of a slight. I think he and that defense has been carrying Patrick Mahomes. As sacrilegious as that to say, of course, in my heart of hearts, I want to go with Miami because for pure chaos purposes. But I think Mahomes in the playoffs is a different beast. I disagree with Nick Wright saying that they're the champs and we gotta be the best team. No, I just think at this moment in time, Miami kind of spiraling. They don't know if they want to do. They don't know what they want to be. And lastly, break dancers in the cold, because we know Miami is a finesse team. We know that they're built for accuracy, timing, and all that stuff. Tyreek Hill's played in this weather. Tua, Hawaii boy. Nah, I don't think he's ever played in sub. And literally, I think saw that the Dolphins are like 0-12 all time when they go below 40 degrees or some shit like that. 40 degrees. Now it's 0.
That's a that shit. 40 degrees that's New York right now. That's light.
I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I'm going with the Chiefs.
40 degrees is literally right now. It's 42 in New York right now. That's insane. I'm with you though. My heart of hearts wants to call an upset. I want to see Tyree go for a calm 200 revenge game, but Tua is not it. I don't trust Tua. I don't believe in it. I gotta see it to believe it. Maybe this will be the motivation he needs to pop off. But you ain't the last year. He ain't playing that playoff game. It was Skylar Thompson. This is your first playoff game, and it's at Arrowhead at 0 degrees with minus 15 wind chill. Bro, it's not looking good for you, my brother. I don't know if y'all practicing in Miami or y'all going to the freaking University of Kansas or whatever, somewhere to get some acclimation to the cold, because you can't just go from 50, 60 degrees in Miami. That's how you get sick. That's how you get sick, and that's how people like. That's like I'm joking with it, like obviously my tone, but I'm dead serious. Like you cannot go from one day being 60 degrees and then the next being 0. The body is not meant to do that drastic change. So I don't think they're prepared enough to do that. Maybe next year, maybe if you ain't playing around against the Titans, you'll be in Miami chilling. So you got to come to Baltimore eventually. But you haven't beaten a team above 500, except for Dallas.
Except for Dallas, yeah.
And they kind of sold themselves because they stuck on the road against a good team. So it's like you're fraudulent. So I'm going with the Chiefs. I just think because it then sets up the next game, which would be Steelers at Buffalo. I don't think it's a blowout. I don't think it's a blowout. I do think Chiefs win. But I think Miami, they try to make like a push at kind of like Germany. They try to like make a push at the end, and then Tua throws a bad pick, and they lose the game off of that. So I think if I had to put my money on it, I probably put Chiefs -4. I think like they used to this, they knew to this, they not new to this, they true to this, and I think like it's gonna be right. And plus. If they had trouble tackling Josh Allen, I said it yesterday, I'm saying it again. Yeah,
Isaiah
Isaiah Pacheco is a madman when he runs that ball. Good luck. Good
I'm
luck.
betting his rushing props over for sure.
He's about to go bananas because he's from Jersey, so he's built for that. These kind of weather, he's built for that. Now, y'all pretty boys in Miami and Florida, y'all ain't ready for that. So I gotta go on the Chiefs with the -4. Now, Sunday afternoon,
1:00.
1 o'clock, as you see on the ticker, 1 p.m. The Bills who lucked up and got the 2 seed versus the Steelers who lucked up and got the 7 seed. TJ Watt is officially out. He is not playing. Does JJ Watt do a substitution just to play? Probably not. But it's hard, bro. I'm not rocking with the Steelers. So for me, I'm going with the Bills. I think the script writers want the Bills to win. Vegas wants the Bills to win because then it sets up a next week's showdown of Bills Chiefs at Buffalo. I think that's what gets the media salivating at the mouth. It probably won't be a blowout, but there's always one blowout a year in that wild card. This probably will be that one. If not this one, damn sure the next one. Damn sure the next one. So Sunday is gonna have either one game or both games be a blowout, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But I got the Bills winning. Probably, I'm not gonna disrespect Mike Tomlin like the -10 though. That's a lot of points though. So I think if it was me, I'd just have like Bills money line, keep it pushing, or Steelers +10.
So I got some stats for you. So.
What's the stats, man? Put me on. I got the stats for you.
I think I got something for you. So let me see if I can find it again. I should have screenshotted it, but I don't know if I could. I don't know if I did. Like. Also, shout out to Nick Saban retiring. You know, the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. No, -21 win chill. We already talked about that one. Got it. All right. So, current forecast at kickoff in Buffalo: 25-mile-per-hour winds.
Okay.
52-mile-per-hour gusts. 23 degrees, but feels like 7. Light snow. How does wind impact games? Buffalo Stadium is more affected by wind than anyone else. So, what does that all say? That says Josh Allen is going to try to be a superhero and try to throw the ball in this crazy-ass wind. The Steelers, just like last week, played in a monsoon, basically, and said, nah, we're not throwing the ball. We're going to run the ball down your fucking throat to Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. Buffalo, I think, is fraudulent. I think the defense is definitely fraudulent.
That's a
the
fact.
Last 2 weeks, they've played Miami, who's inconsistent. The Patriots, who suck. I mean, let me pull up their actual schedule while I'm talking this nonsense.
Cowboys.
They played Cowboys. That was a good win. But it's Dallas on the road. So there's that. They rallied off wins. They beat Chiefs, inconsistent offense. The Cowboys, the Chargers with Easton Stick, Patriots with Bailey Zappi, and then Tua. That defense hasn't really been tested by a good run game. I'm calling the upset. Upset alert. I'm going. This will be the first time a 7 seed has ever beaten a 2 seed. I'm going with the Steelers to upset the Buffalo Bills. I'm going with it. I truly believe that, and I said this yesterday and I'll say it again. Josh Allen can win a game for you or fuck around and lose a game for you. TJ Watt being out definitely hinders my pick and hinders my confidence. But last year, we called it. We said the Giants would go into Minnesota and upset them, and it happened. I'm going with the Steelers to go into Buffalo, a team that got hot and got streaky by playing in inferior competition. But think about it this way, right? Last week against Miami, their offense wasn't going. They had to get a punt return touchdown to get their offense going. Kind of weird. Still the momentum. 2 weeks ago, the Patriots, if they didn't turn the ball over 4 freaking times in the first half, who knows what's going to happen? They couldn't really move the ball. Chargers versus the Christmas Eve, the 23rd. They beat the Chargers. Easton Stick ran crazy against them, and it's Easton Stick. Now the Cowboys game, that's cool, but the last 3 games, their offense has sputtered. They haven't had to do much on offense. This Steelers defense will be ready. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick comes back as well. I'm going with the upset. I'm not wavering. I'm not changing anything. I'm Steelers going to Buffalo, upset Josh Allen. He finds a way to cost them the game. Straight up.
You know the script writers they don't like that, huh?
I know.
So you want Steelers to come up to Baltimore, huh?
Bro, you get a chance to get your lick back, bro. Flex. Now, there's literally 3 straight AFC games. Now, we got 3 straight NFC games. Starting at Sunday at 4:30. Packers going to Dallas. Dallas 7.5-point favorites. Dallas for the last 2 years have been 16-0 at home. They have a point differential of, I believe, 15 points. That means they win by more than 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns in literally those 16 games. They are a juggernaut at home. If this was in Green Bay, I probably would call it upset and probably go with the Packers. But something to keep in mind. Again, I got some shit for you, bro. Something to keep in mind.
Put me on, man. Put me on.
The last 10 matchups against the Packers. So Packers versus Dallas in the last 10 games. Packers are 9-1. Now, keep in mind, all those, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
All those were Aaron Rodgers. And Jordan Love has been balling.
Some of those were Aaron Jones, though, who always took the Cowboys because he's from Texas.
So I'm gonna pick the Cowboys, but I'm picking the Packers to cover. I think this is gonna be the game they get tested. They think they the shit. They like, oh, we here, we gonna be valid. It's gonna be like Seattle, where they gonna get punched in the mouth by the Packers and Jordan Love's not making mistakes. And it's like, oh shit, we can almost lose this shit. But then the script writers, they want to see, I think, a rematch of Pack. I think is gonna be. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the next couple games. But I genuinely think it's setting up for Dallas going to San Francisco trying to get their lick back. But we'll talk about it. But yeah, Packers 9-1. Last 10 games against the Cowboys. I'm gonna probably bet the Packers to cover. But the Cowboys 7.5 is a lot. And Jordan Love has been balling. I think in the last 5 weeks or so, he has like 18 touchdowns and 1 pick. Some crazy shit like that. He's been balling. He has been balling. And I would pull the trigger, but I already pulled the trigger against the Steelers. I ain't pulling it back. 2 7 seeds to win. Nah. Especially Dallas gonna be in the juggernaut at home. Nah. I'm gonna go with Dallas.
I'm going with Dallas as well. I think Dallas wins the game. But there is room. There is room. I'm going with the Packers plus 7.5 for sure. Because I said it earlier in the season when San Francisco bullied them. And I said it low-key again when Buffalo bullied them. They cannot stop the run. So if this is a game where Aaron Jones cooks the Cowboys, I'm all for it. A.J. Dillon, his quad ass self, whatever, he, big beefy motherfucker, you got to eat. Because they cannot stop the run. They cannot. So I think if Jordan Love does not throw interceptions and make mistakes, it gets touchdowns and not field goals and push the pressure on Dallas. There is avenues for the upset. But I agree with you 100%. This is looking like a course for redemption for Dallas. So I'm going with the Packers to cover, Dallas to win.
I like it. Now, probably on paper, the best game of the entire weekend.
For sure.
Rams, Matt Stafford going home to Detroit, the team that drafted him, that team that he can never find playoff success with. Now he has a team that he won the Super Bowl with, going back to Detroit to take on Jared Goff, the team that he's facing, a team that didn't want him. They got to the Super Bowl, questionably, of course. And
we're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it, but they discarded him. They traded for each other. Matt Stafford wins the ring. Jared Goff is a messiah in Detroit, winning the NFC North for the first time since 1990. Who you got, my brother? This is the matchup you've wanted since a few weeks ago. You was like, yo, we got a potential for this matchup, and you was salivating for it. We got it. What do you think is finna happen, my brother?
Yo, Rams winning, man.
Rams winning.
Rams pulling up to Detroit, letting their nuts hang, and they ruining the Lions season. I think the Rams win. I think they are a better team. The offense, I would say, are pretty much equal. They got fucking Kyron. They got the difference is Lions got Gibbs and Montgomery. But you could combine both of them motherfuckers. I'm taking Kyron. You got Cooper Kupp off arrest and Puka Nacua. And then you got Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's one man. That one man not good enough to both the mans right here. If Laporta was in, which it probably won't be, I think he's ruled out. I'm pretty sure he's ruled out. Grade 2 MCL. That's nothing to play with. So I think he's not playing. So you could, like, Amon-Ra can't do it by himself. Then you said it. You put pressure on Goff. He crumbles under pressure. You got Aaron Donald, who you mentioned, who makes a strong impact on the game. You gonna have him chasing after you the whole game for 3 hours? That's a long day right there, boy. It's a long night. It's a long night. So for me, I'm going with the Rams. I think Jared Goff goes to Jared Goff. He throws like maybe one interception. He gets a strip sack off of Aaron Donald, and it's going to be bad. I think the Rams can keep up with the Lions offensively. Defensively, the Lions cannot get turnovers. They can't get stops. They can't do nothing. The Rams, they're more opportunistic, and I think they can make more plays, which is basically what I just said with optimistic. But they can get at least one stop on like 3 out of 4. They get one stop, and it'll matter most. I think Matt Stafford is better than Jared Goff. It might be. If I had to bet, I'll put the over for sure. But Matthew Stafford going back to Detroit, I think that's better. He's gonna get his vindication. He's probably gonna get like a standing ovation, and then go on to, I guess, play Dallas next week. Oh no, play fucking San Francisco. So we'll see. So let's go Rams.
I agree.
Yeah, buddy.
The fact that Nick Mullins dropped a 400 piece in 2 matchups against Detroit, back-to-back matchups against Detroit.
He dropped on last week?
He dropped damn near 400, son.
Oh my god.
What? The defense is trash. The defense is trash. It's basura. Now I would say this: the Lions do have a pass rush that's consistent with Aiden Hutchinson. Injuries, key injury, obviously Sam Laporta, obviously. Where they could have rested guys and had Jared Goff chill out and vibe. They wanted to get that taste of the Dallas Cowboys, no call or bad call, whatever, out of their minds. I'm going to go with the Rams. All the reasons you said are extremely valid, and I don't feel like going over them again. Puka, Cooper, Kyron. In terms of playoffs, what team has a better 3? Puka, Cooper, and Kyron. And at this, probably the Niners, probably. But in the wild card, who has a better matchup? Who has a better big 3 with the Super Bowl winning quarterback as well?
And coach.
Like, literally all the other coaches, with the exception of probably Andy Reid, I'm probably taking Sean McVay over all of them.
Yeah.
So
Lions not ready. They're not ready yet. Next year.
Give me the better coach. Give me the better quarterback. Give me the better receiving core. I love Amon-Ra. I love the Sun God, but he's one man. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are basically like Amon-Ra times two. Two of them. And yeah, as you said, Kyron, I take one of Kyron versus two of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going with the Rams. I think the Rams win outright, but they definitely cover for sure. I'm not even. I was on the fence, but once I like that taste of the Dallas, the defense, man, the defense sucks.
You let Lee by himself go for 200. Cooper Kupp and Puka both gonna go for like one something, maybe 150 both.
Right? Who knows? Right. So who knows? And lastly, Monday Night Football on ESPN, Bucks and Philly. That's just no. Oh, this game sucks. Oh, it's fuck Tampa. It's fuck the NFC South on this side, but it's also fuck Philly. So what we're finna do? I don't have a coin on me. We're going to flip a coin. I swear to God, we are doing this live. Flip a coin. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. I'm literally doing this live, ladies and gentlemen. I literally have no idea what I'm picking. So, heads, Tampa Bay. Tails, Philly. 2 out of 3. Boom. 1 for Tampa. 1 for Philly.
Oh.
Going with Philly.
Okay.
Going with Philly. I genuinely have no. This one is like the Eagles suck defensively, bro. And Jalen Hurts is nicked up, and AJ Brown is hurt. Like they just have guys just like getting hurt at the wrong time. And although the Bucks won 9-0, the defense has been solid. Like the defense has been good. Something the Eagles aren't. Can Baker Mayfield outduel and take advantage of this poor defense? Hopefully, but he's hurt. He's dealing with some nagging injuries right now. They're playing with house money. I'm gonna go with Philly because the coin. You feel me? The coin. Shout out to Dr. Sway. The coin. But yeah, I genuinely like. If this is any time, if not now, then when? Obviously, the playoffs are on the line and the season's over if they lose. But Philly, you were in the Super Bowl last year. You cannot lose your first playoff game. You were 10-1 at one point. Like, come on, lock and fuck in. If they lose, Nick Sirianni, got to go.
That's right. I'm going with Tampa. I said it yesterday. I'm not the biggest fan of Baker, but I ain't no talking shit about Baker no more. But it's fuck Philly. Because y'all sold the bag extremely. I'm going with Tampa to hold it down at home. And I need Sirianni gone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Sirianni at all. I think he's a brat. I think he's immature. I think he's not a leader of men. I think that, it's all the showboating and gallivanting that you do is overcompensating for your lack of football IQ. Like, what do you do? I said it yesterday. I asked the question. What's your specialty? Like, it's not like you had Doug Peterson, who's offense. It's not like you have Andy Reid, who's offense. Sean McVay, offense. Like, you're not that season where you're like Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh. You could be a CEO and manage. You don't do anything. You're just there. Main character. I said main character. Side character B. That's the vibes you want. And Jalen Hurts, I already said it yesterday. The motivational quotes can't save you now, brother. So they gotta really lock in. I'm secretly hoping that they win, just because I would hate for them to tear down AJ Brown and Devontae and like I like the offensive players that they have, but your defense is too bad. Mike Evans, I know Natchez doesn't like Mike Evans. Like real recognize real, and that motherfucker about to go off. Chris Godwin's gonna go off. Rashad White, he's gonna go up. Like that offense, they were sleeping against Carolina. Carolina has a sneaky good defense. Philly got Swiss cheese. They're about to get abused. So let's go Tampa. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Super Wild Card Weekend. So now we got to see how the playoffs play out, man. This is the playoff predictions for the BaptisteBros.
So, these are mine. Okay. So I have Cleveland being Texans. I got Chiefs being Miami, Steelers being the Bills. And on the NFC side, I have Philly being Tampa, Rams being Detroit, Cowboys being the Packers. So after that, the divisional round looks like this, where we'll have Kansas City hosting the Cleveland Browns, and we'll have Baltimore getting their lick back against the Steelers. You know, Steelers beat y'all 2 times this season. It's crazy. But
The
they
second
say,
time really count though.
say no team beats another team 3 times in the season. Like they're gonna up that narrative like crazy. Then on the NFC side, Dallas continues their steamrolling at home against Philly, and the Niners not really upset. The Rams give them the best challenge in the NFC, in my opinion. That sets up the NFC title game and the AFC title game. Baltimore beats Kansas City because Kansas City, this will be their first time on the road. And I think the Niners are just their juggernaut. Dallas is not good on the road at all. So both teams that struggle on the road, or in the Chiefs' case, have never been on the road in the playoffs. They lose, and you set up a rematch of Super Bowl. I don't know what number that is, but 2012 Super Bowl of the Harbaugh Bowl, aka Niners, Ravens, Christmas Day Massacre Part 2, and the Ravens are the champions, in my opinion. Now, of course, the list is fluid. It's fluid. It changes over time. If my predictions could be all wrong, like the Texans could win and the Dolphins could win. Who knows? But for now, that's my prediction. Niners, Ravens, Super Bowl, Ravens come out on top.
You put money on that?
Not yet. Probably will right now. I'll tell you what it is.
I got 10 cash I could throw down. I put 10 cash on Ravens winning like outright Super Bowl, but I think I'll get more money if I do the freaking matchup, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta see how we get there, man. I gotta see how we get there. Who this? El Cool, my boy. What's good, gang?
Plus 290.
Oh, and it's fine. But for the correct matchup,
Ravens Dallas is plus 900.
I gotta see how we get there. So for me, I got Texans winning. I got Chiefs and I got Buffalo. Then I got Tampa, Rams, Cowboys. All right.
Okay.
So round 2. I got Buffalo. And I got Baltimore. And then I got Dallas. And I would love the Rams to upset. I agree. I completely agree with you. Like the Rams have like the best chance of upsetting the 49ers. So I got 49ers. So then championship game.
Sorry.
Ravens. Either option is good. Either option is good. I think I agree. Ravens Niners Super Bowl. Ravens winning again. I like it. I like it a lot.
I do. All right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Ravens hoist the Lombardi Trophy for the first time since 2012. And Lamar Jackson solidifies himself as an Hall of Famer. You're a 2-time MVP, and you shut all the doubters up. But of course, we're just 2 guys who talk shit about football, who try to think we're smarter than we actually are. Elku, your Eagles. Hey, man, I had to do a flip of a coin to figure out if y'all was going to win or not. So hopefully the Eagles don't let me down. I ain't putting money on it. I'm going to just watch the games as usual. There are some props I like, And there's that. But quick show. The show's gonna get quicker and quicker as the less teams there are. Alco, thanks for joining. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Good luck to all the teams in the playoffs. I'm not bitter at all. I'm a little bit bitter. And Ravens are on a bye week, chilling. Oh, by the way, real quick before we end the show, you see that OBJ bought a boat?
Do not go on the boat. Do not go on the boat. Elku, who do you have winning the Super Bowl before we close out the show? But yo, please, if y'all gonna go on the boat, do not coast anywhere. Just stay. Stay on dock. Take pics, whatever. Don't do no fucking everyone shirtless and Tim's and shit. Don't do none of that. It's in Baltimore. Y'all niggas is cold. It's cold outside. Do not do nothing. Just Mac, drink, relax. If you're going to do that, go on a boat, do that. Do not dock, do not travel anywhere. Do not get lost at sea. Don't do nothing. Just Mac at the dock. It's a pretty boat, though. I ain't gonna lie. That boat is pretty fire.
The boat is fire. The boat is fire.
The boat is fire. But we are not in Miami.
OBJ brought it. I was like, damn. I was like, no, you can't do it. Please don't do it. But real quick before we go, is there a room for upset with the other games? Of course. I think the Packers keep it close, and I would not be shocked at all if the Packers are in the upsetting. The Dolphins game, if they are built for tough and they upset the Chiefs, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd only be surprised if it's a blowout on the Dolphin side. The Chiefs can't score. They can't score. You score 20 points. If you limit the Chiefs to 20 points, you pretty much win. But that means you have to score 21 points. And yeah, so there are room for upsets. I'm gonna be enjoying them. Drinking my twisted teas, you feel me? But is there anything you want to say as you close this out?
You know what I'm saying? We chilling, man. Big chilling. Our season starts next week. Looking forward to it. This cannot be a repeat of 2019. We're looking lethargic. We look rusty. I love that we're practicing on Saturday at the stadium. That's fire. I love that. You know, get that game time feel. I love this team. This team is different than 2019. So we just had our offense was amazing, but our defense was shaky. This team is balanced in both ends. We can run it, we can pass it. Our defense is outstanding. Triple crown in terms of defense with sacks, takeaways, and points a game. That's rare company. We got 3 All-Pros: Lamar, LaMarvelous, Roquan, and Kyle Hamilton. Those 3 guys, especially Ro and Kyle, ever since they've been into this defense, it's been amazing. More so with Roquan. I think this is the best chance we have to win the Super Bowl. Has B more played the Rams this season?
They won in overtime off a punt return touchdown.
Yes.
I want to say week 15?
It was after our bye week. So I think it was week 15. Yeah. No, week 14. Because it was Rams.
Rams,
Chargers, Jags. In the Super Bowl, it's not going to be the Rams. Unfortunately, the Rams are not making the Super Bowl. If they do, that would be crazy. That means the Cowboys sold. That means the 49ers sold. That means, oh my God, that means I'll be a whole. That means Detroit, bro. They would literally have to beat. They would if the Rams make the Super Bowl, they would beat Detroit, then 49ers, and then Dallas, bro. That's a gauntlet, and then they're gonna come to the Ravens. Well, when we try in Vegas, and hopefully we try again. You know what I'm saying? Because that offense was wild. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this though. I just checked FanDuel. You can get the exact outcome of Ravens versus Niners at. I literally just made the bet.
You said plus 290, right?
No, the Ravens to play the Niners in the Super Bowl is plus 290. The Ravens to beat the Niners, exactly beat them, is plus 600. So 6 to 1.
What is that then?
So you should probably do that. If you think the Ravens are winning, obviously you just put money on the Ravens to win. But if you think it's Ravens Niners, exact matchups, exact outcomes, plus 600. Ladies and gentlemen, Elku, good luck with the Eagles. Good luck with
I
your
mean,
Eagles.
I have this Ravens winning at plus 350, so I win 45 cash.
Yeah, I think that's
There's only 15 cash more. Like, I'm not that greedy. I was like hundreds of dollars. Like, ooh, hey, well, 15 cash. If I win this, I'll probably just cash it out anyway and put it on my bank account. Like, I'm chilling.
word. Anyway, as I was saying, enjoy super wild card weekend. Courtesy by nobody. I'm Natty Baps. That's your Bass TV. We'll be back Tuesday to recap an amazing, hopefully amazing playoff weekend. This is where the season begins. For Shabazz, it begins next week. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend and tell a friend. We'll see you guys Tuesday at 8:30. Have a good weekend. Have an extended weekend. Do you have Monday off for Dr. King?
I don't.
That's bull. I do.
Yeah. Let me know.
Who knows? But yeah, live with vindication, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday.
Vindication!